Hello guys, hola, it's Sasha. That rhymes. Welcome on my video and welcome on my channel Sasha Things. I show you the things I love. And today the thing I love are my nails again. So I take off all the Halloween nail art and I'm just left with some inlay glitter. But we're going to put on some gel polish over that, so it's going to be fine and we're not seeing anything anymore at the end. So, before I start, I really want to ask you to give me the thumbs up if you like my video and to help me grow on YouTube by subscribing on my channel. If you push the notification button, you get a notification if I put a new video on, and that way I will grow, and that's what we want. So, already thanks for helping me. So, let's put some nail art on these nails. So, to start off, I will clean up my nails a bit with some alcohol to be sure that I don't have any dust or dirt or anything on my nails. I just fill up my nails a bit, so these two fingers are looking a bit weird now, but it's going to be okay later on. Let's put some color on these nails first. To start off, we roll the bottle of gel polish. And why do we do that always? Exactly, so we don't get a messy brush. So I really like to start off with my pink and give it a little color. So be careful around the cuticle area because you do not want to paint your cuticles, only the nail of course. Then also we go in on the ring finger, and I really hope that this color is bright enough to cover the glitter, but we will see. On to the middle finger, and you really want to be sure you don't lay the gel polish too thick on the nail, because otherwise you can peel it off later like it's a plastic foil, and that's really not what we want in this case. In this case, you never want that, you know? It's just not what you want. So we go in over the glitter, and maybe this glitter nail needs 2 or 3 layers, maybe 3 layers. I think normally I do 2 layers. And I have a little bump here, I do not want that. So a little at the side, and I do it like this because otherwise I cannot see it. You know, I really need to look for a better place for this camera. Then I go in with thumb, because the index finger I give a black color, so to not have switching gel polish, I just go in with the thumb first. And if you do that, you really want to be careful with your thumb if you go back to the index finger, because it's still wet and you do not want to mess it up, of course. So we try to paint it that you can see it. And then we go in with the black, and also this is something we're going to roll. And this is a new gel polish, so I really need to take off a lot of my brush, because otherwise you really have too much. And we paint the index finger black, and I really like to start at the point today. Other days I like to start at the cuticle area, and it's just how the wind blows. So the cuticle area and down the side walls. Don't touch the skin. And the other side walls, and also the cuticle area, and don't touch the skin. So we're going in the light for a minute because my black needs a minute and my blue needs a 30 seconds, because my blue is from Young Nails and my black is from a different brand. It's from Loveness. Sometimes I like to try out some different brands, and I try this out. 60 seconds are gone. Gone with the wind. And here we have it. On to the second layer. So at this pink, I like to start off at the cuticle area because the wind is changing. Good. And I like to put it this way to see the other side, and I hope you can see it. Like that. And maybe I need to take care of my plate that it will stay where I want it, because that helps me stay in this camera. Otherwise, I'm out of sight. And that's a real problem if you're making a YouTube video. So we grab some extra gel polish and we put it on the nail. Oh, I love this color. I really love this color. So again, I try, if you see it here in this side, to put it around the cuticle area and at the side walls. So we have every little piece covered, and also of course at the other side. Okay, now we go in for the middle finger, and I really think that the middle finger needs a third layer, but we will see. We will see, because you do not want to, again, you do not want to have it too thick. So I prefer 3 thin layers over 2 thicker ones, because you already know why. So around the cuticle area. So as you can see, it's not covering all the way. So I really believe that we go in for a third layer after this is cured, because we really want to have it cured. We really want to have a good coverage, of course. So on with the thumb. And just be sure that you don't touch the skin. Like this. So I became a nail technician in 2004. So you really would think that I could polish my nails without touching my skin, but no. And we go in with the index finger, second layer of black. So we take away off the brush and we try to give it as near as the cuticle a black color. And of course, the other side. So black gives a better coverage than the blue, but that really is not that weird. So again, we give this as a minute into the light. After 60 seconds, we are ready to give the middle finger the third layer of gel polish, and I really think that that's enough. So let's see if I'm right. We put it on the nail again, work our way down in this case, and if you start at the tip, you work your way up. Extra info. And as you can see, it's giving a full coverage at 3 layers. But I really think it's okay. So this needs 30 seconds into the light, and I really hope my sound is great, but I don't think it, because my microphone is being weird, and I really not that professional that I know how to fix it. So I really hope that the sound is okay. And but I'm not sure right now, so I know while I'm editing, and I have 2 cameras and 2 mics, so maybe I changed the sound thing. I don't know. We will see. So 30 seconds are way past, because there are 37 seconds. And now I like to give this a top coat, because we go on with a nail art striping technique. And then I like to be sure that the color is safe and sound. For the pink, I use a top coat without a sticky layer, and I'm going to tell you in a minute why. So you really want to be sure that you take every little piece with you. You take it with you. That you cover every little piece, because that's really necessary for the next layer for the pink. So away with this one, and the rest is going to cover it up with a normal gel polish. Top coat, I mean, gel polish. So we go in with some top coats. And also around the side walls. And I also have gel polish on my finger, you see. And that's not what you want, because it's cured now, and now I can file it off later. Okay, on with the black. We go in with the black with another top coat, because I want to have the top coat. No, I want to have the black. I want to have it matte, not shiny. So I go in with a different top coat, and when you take off the sticky layer at the end, it will turn out to be not shiny, but just a matte finish. Matte finish? It's called mat in Dutch, so I really do not know for sure that matte is the right name in English. I don't think so. So I give this a layer of top coat. And of course we don't forget the thumb. Like so. So you really want to give this a minute into the light, of course, because this needs to cure. Oh yes, does this need to cure? Yes, gel polish and top coats need to cure. So now the minute has passed, we want to grab our alcohol and take it away, put it away, and take it over the nail polish, because this has a sticky layer and we don't need that anymore. So we go on and on over the nails. And watch the black. So we go in with the alcohol rub, and when you're done, you see, it turns out to be less shiny. And if you want to have it more less shiny, just watch my tip of the day at the end of this video and I will show you how you get it more not shiny. So that is later on. Alright. We are going in with the block file also for our pinky nail, and this is not that important that you do it on a circling motion. It's just that you want to have it not smooth anymore, because we go in because we go in with another layer of non-sticky top coat, and I'm telling you why in just a minute. So we put on an extra layer of top coat on the pink, like this. You put away the top coat and you put it into the light. In the meanwhile, I am going to open up, if it's going to work with one hand. No, it's not going to work with one hand. Yes, it's working. No, it's too small for me. Yes, I can do it with one hand. So we are going to put on the blue some pearl dust powder, and we're going to put it on the nail with a eyeshadow applicator. And why? Because if you do this with your hands, you can also do this with your hands, but if you do it with your fingers, it will be on your finger and it's messy, and I always seem to get it everywhere, and you only want to have it on the nail. So don't do it with your fingers, just put it on a eyeshadow applicator. And you really want to do it immediately after you take out your hand out of the lights, because you really need to have the warmth of the gel polish. So we are done with the time in the lamp. We put on our applicator some powder, and then we are rubbing it over the nail. And if you can, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but it's going to give it a pearlish smooth finish. And you really want to rub it in, but at the end you rub it one side down, so all the particles are laying in one direction. Oh, nice. You see the difference? Nice. Okay, then you take a tiny soft brush and you go over it to be extra sure that the loose particles are gone and the particles that are attached to the nail are laying down at one side. So we also want to close this up immediately, because otherwise I knock it over. I'm really good at knocking over stuff. And then we go in with a top coat again, because this really needs to be underneath a top coat layer, because this is not going to stay on the nail if it's not cured under a top coat. So again, in with a top coat. And it's really important that you take your top coat all the way over your nail, because otherwise, if you take off the sticky layer and it's not all the way over the nail, you take away the pearl glow, and that's not what you want. So be sure that you touched everything with the top coat, and then you give it 60 seconds into the light. So after 60 seconds, you really want to give the nail a rub with alcohol, because you do want to have the sticky layer away. You do want to have the sticky layer away. You do want to have it gone. You want to have it gone. You do not want to have the sticky layer. You want to the sticky layer onto the nail art. So now we are ready to put on some stripes on the nails. So it's going to be a stripy design. And before we put on some stripes, you really want to take care of buffing your nails, because and I hate to think again buffing the nails. Yes, again buffing the nails, because the we're going to work with a Young Nails gel paint, and gel polish and gel paint and everything you put on your nails needs or a sticky layer to attach to, or a rough layer to attach to. And we take off the sticky layer, and I really think that gel paint is tighter and more fine on a rough nail than it's on a sticky layer. I think that it's when you put it on a sticky layer, it smush out a little bit more than it does on a rough layer. So we go in with some black gel paint and a tiny brush, and we're going to make a half of a round thing, almost half a moon like. And you really want to work as tight and clean as you can, and really do your best that it's even round. And I like to give this 5 seconds in the light, of course. So then we go in with the same brush, maybe? No, not with the same brush. Then we go in with a fine liner brush, and we go in with a dot in the middle, like there. That's going to be our reference point. So we're going to make a triangle shape, and it's really difficult, so you really want to take some points before you start to have a little bit of guideline where you want to start off your triangle and end it. So I start off with some points on the nail, like this and this one, and then you put some gel paint on the brush, and you take a line from point to point, and you really want to try to make it evenly thick, because otherwise it look really silly. So also from the other side to the point, and you want it to be as straight as you can and evenly thick as you can. And I hope I'm not in the way with my hand, and I am shaky like a crazy drunk nail technician, and I'm swearing I'm not drunk. But every time that I'm focusing on some nail art, I seem to shake my hands. So maybe we want to have it a little bit extra thick at this side, and we go in at the cuticle point, because you want to have it all the way this thickness, and then you try to match up the other line with it, like this. And this is also going to inlight for 5 seconds, because if you are happy with it, just be safe that it won't mess up again. So let's get on with the middle finger. The middle finger is also with the first brush. So we go in with the middle finger, and we go make a bigger round shape. And you really want to be sure that you have enough gel paint on the nail to cover up the blue. And then you want to take your tiny small brush You see? To make it more tight. Because you really want to be sure that you are working neat and tight with this design. So I see a little mistake. So we go in with a different brush to get rid of that. You see, it's just a bit, but I'm a difficult person, so a bit is too much. So again, 5 seconds in the light to be sure that it's safe and sound. And then we go on to the thumb. And the thumb, we're going to give a twist. Twist it. No, I really do not know how we call it. So let me just show you. So we start off at the thumb, just around the cuticle area, and you take a line down there, and maybe a bit farther, like this. And then you go in to make a plus sign. You see, like that. And then you fill up the ends. Then you attach the ends of your lines to each other. And also the other side. And you really want to work tight as you can. And I'm shaky like crazy. Okay? And then the last one. I hope you can see it because I'm really shaky. And I mess it up, as you see. So I go in with a clean brush and I swipe away the mistake. You clean it up around your mistake. And then again with your other brush you fill it up so you get a black block or something. So stay in lines because this block is very important for the rest of the design on the thumb. Like that. And of course 5 seconds in light. So to go on with the thumb, I think we drop some paint on the brush and we try to pull this line further down. So that's the reason it's important you stay straight like that. Because we really want to have straight lines. And of course also at the other side. Like that. And of course this is going to get into the light for 5 seconds so you won't mess it up again. To make it more dramatical, we make a line from the end of your last line to the other end of the line, like that. Now you get the picture why you want to have straight lines, because otherwise this design looks messy. So again you want to put on some black and we're going to give another line above it, but inside the triangle. Then we change brushes, and we also going to fill this up with black. All the way to the corner of the triangle. And maybe we dare to go on with our fine liner brush and put a line underneath this triangle, and also from the other sides you attach it, and maybe we go over it again. Yes, like that. Now we could give it 5 seconds, because otherwise I'm getting scared.